Hello and welcome to a reading vlog, my very first one, if you will. So I had seen Becca from Becca in the Books do the screen time reading challenge where you're supposed to read for your screen time. And she was like, I don't have time for that. And I'm like, ooh, I also don't have time for that. So she did where she would read a page for every time she picked up her phone. And so that's what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to kind of do it a little bit differently because there are going to be days where I don't have time to read the set amount of pages because I work a full-time job outside of my home, and I will have my children with me on some of the days as well. So what I did is I took screenshots of my screen time, how many times I picked up my phone. I added all the numbers together and I averaged it out so that I'll be reading the same amount of pages every day, but it is still reading a page for every time I picked up my phone. So the math added up. Let me get there and I'll tell you how many pages I have to read for the whole week. Oh no. This week I will have to read 964 pages, which averages out to 137.7 pages per day. We will round that up to 138. So I have to read 138 pages a day for a total of 964 pages. It's Saturday, October 14th right now. I don't have my kids today. I don't have my kids tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get some pages in the bank just in case Monday and Tuesday and also Friday and Saturday next week, just in case I'm not able to get my page numbers, you know? So yeah, we're gonna try to get some pages in the bank and we're gonna try to get to 138 pages at a minimum per day. So let's go ahead and let's do this. We're gonna go over on the couch and she's gonna walk all over us, but we're still gonna do it. Okay, what I'm gonna do today is focus on reading and editing my video that comes out tomorrow. I'm gonna read for an hour and then I'm gonna edit for an hour and then I'm gonna read for an hour and then I'm gonna edit for an hour. It shouldn't take me that long, but we're not gonna entirely focus on reading. It's 12:35, you can't see that, but it's 12:35 p.m. I am not hungry yet because I ate a late breakfast, but we'll eat lunch and all that fun stuff. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get the couch cozified for our day of reading and editing. My Snuggie is in the dryer still, so I'm gonna use this blanket to cover up with until it's ready to go. We're almost ready, almost done. This is my liquid IV. It's the pina colada one. It's my last one that I have in this house. I have a bunch more in my office at work, but I am incredibly dehydrated because I don't think a single sip of water crossed the threshold of my body within the last 3 days. So this is my second one of the day and my headache's finally gone. So yeah, here's my liquid IV. And then to counteract this, I'm gonna go get a soda. And normally my soda would be a Diet Coke, but I went somewhere cool this week, so 1 second. The table lifts up, and I need it to be up so that I can have my drinks closer to me. It was my really good friend Kelly's bachelorette party this past Thursday, and she got married yesterday, Friday the 13th. And for her bachelorette party, we wanted to go somewhere where her girls could come too. And so we toured the Sprecher's Brewery in Milwaukee, and so I got some sodas to try. This one is cherry, and I'm gonna drink this one today. I have some more that I'll probably drink throughout the rest of this week because I do drink some sodas. This one is sweetened with honey. Actually, all of their sodas are sweetened with honey, but this is a cherry one. I'm really excited. So this is gonna be my treat for the day. I'm very embarrassing and cringe, and I have coasters for everything, and my coasters are from the from the Navy ball last year. Got my Navy coasters. And Miss Ma'am, I have to go to the bathroom so bad, so we're gonna stop this and then I'll get finished setting up for reading. Thanks, girlfriend. This is what I'm reading right now. This is my book club pick for the month of October. The meeting is next week. I am gonna be making the PowerPoint, I'm pretty sure, for our meeting, so I need to hurry up and finish this, ouch, or I'm not going to have time to make the PowerPoint. So, Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak, that's what we're reading right now. The camera's gonna jostle around a lot, and then you're gonna see my dog walking all over me, but this is what we're reading. So let's get started. Just like fun fact about this, the cherries for the cherry soda come from Door County, Wisconsin. If you're not from the Midwest, Door County, bougie as hell. This is good. I'm on chapter 4 right now, and that is page 52. Let me make a note that I know what we're doing. All right, so I have to make it to at least page 190 today. Let's go. I've said let's go like 87 times, for real this time. Let's stuff.
So difficult. All I want to do is read in peace.
Once I pet her, it's the end of the road. I have to pet her for the rest of eternity. And if I don't, that's when the pawing comes into place. Like, watch. See? She wants the pets.
You're a sweet girl. A nuisance though.
See, I don't like it when you bite me. No, ma'am. She got the inside of my thigh with just the front little teeth and went, "Brrr."
That hurts.
This is crazy. Look at this. So the principle of this book is it's a woman who goes to a rehabilitation center because she is addicted to drugs. And then when she comes out, she's living in kind of like a halfway house, and basically her sponsor finds her a job babysitting this little boy. And the little boy draws super creepy and messed up drawings amongst, you know, a normal little kid drawings, but you know, he's still, that picture is creepy. It's a man dragging a woman by her ankles through the forest. So yeah, that's where we're at with this book. So far, it's doing a great job at being creepy. I could do without the religious element that the babysitter has, but that's just a personal preference. It's creepy so far. I will let you know once I hit a good stopping point to tell you a little bit more about the story and whether I think you should read it or not. Hello, it's me and my Snuggie. I wanted to say that I've read probably about 100 pages at this point, and I feel like it's cheating to pick this book this week because there are pages and pages of pictures. So it feels like cheating to be reading this book. But this isn't going to be the only book that I read this week for this challenge. Where I'm at right now, Mallory, that's the main character, she keeps trying to tell Ted and Caroline, Teddy's parents, the little boy she babysits parents, that there is something wrong with Teddy. And Caroline is a psychiatrist, so she just feels a certain type of way about Mallory saying that there's something wrong with Teddy. And Teddy's drawings have evolved from little kid stick figure drawings to these super, super detailed drawings. And so I'm just trying to figure out what I think is actually happening. And so far, I've got nothing. I will say, in hindsight, now that I've started reading this book, I thought that it would be significantly spookier than it is actually presenting as. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I think that Mr. Rekulak's writing is nice, but it's just maybe not entirely what I thought it was going to be. Maybe I'll be surprised later. Who knows? Anyway, it is now 6:00 p.m. I've gotten distracted here and there, so I only have to read this many more pages, which, you know, that doesn't look like a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. That's not a lot. It's very possible that I could finish this book tonight if I don't do anything else. So that's where we're at. Thanks for checking in for this update with me. I'm gonna adjust myself in this chair and become more comfortable and get back into reading. I may have spoken too soon because something super creepy just happened. So yeah, I maybe just needed to give it some time. But I feel like more than 100 pages into a book that's marketed as a spooky book, it shouldn't take that long. Especially considering this book, I have to be more than halfway through it at this point. So why is it just now taking a spooky turn? Anyway, camera's going to die, so I'll check back in once I hit my page goal for the day. I hit 194 and I'm on chapter 17. It's 7:28 p.m. so it's not early, it's not late enough for me to go to bed. So I am gonna keep reading. I'm gonna have a snack and I'll let you know in the morning how far I actually make it in this book. Yeah, and we'll let you know how many pages I have in the bank for the rest of this week. So far I would say it's going pretty well, but it is Saturday and I didn't have any plans today besides filming and reading. So yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes when I actually have to do things like clean my house and such. But yeah, in the morning I'll let you know how many pages are in the bank, how many pages I've got to read tomorrow, and all that fun stuff. So until tomorrow, good morning. It's October 15th, Sunday, and I finished the book last night, so I'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm gonna go downstairs, I'm gonna drink my coffee, I'm going to finish editing my video so that I can upload it for today, and then I'm gonna come get, you know, myself finished being ready for the day, and then we'll talk more about the book. Good morning. It is 10:56 a.m. I just finished up with editing my video that's coming out today, and I am in the process of uploading it, so it's finally time to get started with my day. Last night I finished Hidden Pictures. It's upstairs in my room still. I was only supposed to read until page 190, but I finished the book and it's 372 pages. So as of today, I have 182 pages in the bank. But that's fine because when I get to work this week, I'm gonna be a little bit busy. I'm probably not gonna have very much time to read at work except for on my lunch break. Not that I have that much time to read at work anyway, but like whatever. So I have 182 pages in the bank. I'm often very, very tired Mondays and Tuesdays. So I kind of did this intentionally so that I could, you know, actually accomplish this goal. This past week, there were nights where I only read like one chapter of my book. So I know that that happens during the week. And yeah, so this weekend I've kind of set myself up to succeed. I'm going to start a new book today. I think I want to start Behind Her Eyes. I don't know, because I'm looking over at my little TBR pile over there for this month. And the Book of Cold Cases is also really calling to me. But I think I'm gonna start with Behind Her Eyes. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get everything ready to go, set up for my reading. I'm gonna get a load of laundry started and then we'll get started. I'm down here in the living room. I went upstairs, got my load of laundry started, and I'm ready to get going with reading. It is now 11:17 a.m. on Sunday, the 15th of October. I've edited, I've started laundry. What I'm gonna do today is kind of read for a little bit, take a break, and clean an area of my house, just so that my house is fresh for the week. I am going to start reading Behind Her Eyes, I've decided. I brought down my book seat from my room, so I just hold it on my lap, prop my book up in it and read that way, trying to decide if I want to read in my chair or on my couch. I think I'm gonna go for my chair. This is what we're getting started with today. It is one that I've had for a pretty long time. I feel like, have I read this? I don't think I've read this. What am I confusing this with? I've read Cross Her Heart, but I have not read Behind Her Eyes. The synopsis of this book sounds pretty similar to Cross Her Heart. That's why I feel like I've read it before, but I don't think I've read this. So we're gonna get started. I just sneaked a couple peeks. Some of the chapters are literally one page long, so this is gonna be a good book to get through today. I have to read to here. Okay, that's basically half the book. I won't be surprised if I finish this today. I'll let you know how this book is as I get into it. I'm not that far into this book, but I am coming in to confirm that I have not read this one because the main character has a son, and in Cross Her Heart, the main character has a daughter. So I know that it's not the same book. I am putting a pause because I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go get me something to eat, and then we'll reconvene. Hello, welcome to this horribly lit room. I am here to update on this book. It is about 7 p.m., maybe later. 7 p.m. and I'm only on chapter 10, which is about page 49, because I've been fuming basically all day thinking about hidden pictures. I'm so mad at the plot twist in that book, like so mad about it. And I think that that's causing me to just not be able to concentrate on what's happening in this book. Good thing I have some pages in the bank, because it's very likely that I'm not gonna hit page 138 today before I go to bed, because it's about that much of the book that I need to get through. I'm gonna try, I'm gonna go take my shower and then get into reading and hopefully hit the goal. But yeah, I can't with the plot twist in that book. It just has me fuming. I'm like really annoyed thinking about it still. I'm gonna go take a shower and see if I can calm down. I'll see you all in a little bit. Let me scooch you closer. There we go. This is really cool. I found it at the thrift store. It can come up and then I use it to prop my book up. It's pretty neat. Yeah, so this is probably gonna be my last check-in for the evening. It's about 7:30 now, 7:40, and I'm gonna just read until it's time for me to go to bed at 10. I think I'm still gonna wake up at 5, even though I don't need to wake up at 5 tomorrow morning to give myself a head start for tomorrow's reading. I'll let you know where we're at with this book in the morning. Good night. Good morning, 6:27, and I did not wake up at 5 like I said I was going to. Last night I went to bed at 10:30 and I stopped at page 128 of this book, so I'm on chapter 26 now. I don't know what to make of it so far. I had to stop because I was falling asleep reading, so we didn't make it very far. I'm gonna go get ready for work and see if I have any time at all to read on my lunch, and I will update you when I get home. It's Monday, October 16th. I did not read it all today. It's 7:06 p.m. See, 7:07 p.m. I have not read it all today. Yes, I'm wearing Christmas pajamas. That's not the point. I was not busy at work, but I was doing stuff that I need to catch up on during this downtime at work, so I really didn't have time to read at work. But let me tell you where we're at. Last night, I stopped at page 128 in Behind Her Eyes, which means that I fell 10 pages short of my goal, but because I had 182 pages in the bank, I'm still only 10 pages behind, but not really. So I still have 172 pages in the bank. Today, I have to read from page 128 to 276 so that I can make up for the 10 pages that I missed out on yesterday. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go get my dog inside because she's barking at people, and then we'll get started reading. There was one more thing that I wanted to say about Behind Her Eyes. I genuinely have no idea what's going on in this book. There's a woman, she's a secretary in a psychiatrist's office, and she is having an affair with her boss, and at the same time she has befriended the boss's wife that she's having an affair with. That's all I got. Hopefully, I have no idea what direction this book is going in. Let's get to reading. Okay, so the main characters, Louise is the secretary who's sleeping with a psychiatrist. Adele is the psychiatrist's wife. Something about Adele really just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. Something about her is not right. It's time for the chaos of the evening to ensue. You're gonna see a lot of that. She likes to run up the stairs and then down to the couch and then back up the stairs and then down to the couch. This is just our evening routine until she gets tired. And then I just kind of crunch here so that I'm out the way. She's gonna knock you around a little bit too. Oh, and this book alternates between Adele's perspective and Louise's perspective, and then we kind of rotate through the past, and the past, it seems, is always like Adele's past. It's never Louise's. So I really don't know how this book is gonna go. This is the part of the evening where I'm not gonna get anything done. So, huzzah. We have a flashing camera battery. I'm going to update you in the morning how this goes. Hopefully I finish the book tonight, but we'll see. It is Tuesday, October 17th. Tuesday, October 17th. You're gonna hear her. It's the Zoomy hour. It's Tuesday, October 17th. I managed to read last night from page 128 to page 276. No, 280. I don't know why I'm even trying this right now. Last night I was supposed to read from page 128 to page 276, and I managed to read up until page 280 in Behind Her Eyes, which put me at 176 pages in the bank because I was able to catch up and get a little bit ahead yesterday. I did stay up until almost 11 o'clock at night in order to do that. So we're hopefully not gonna have to do that tonight. I literally don't know why I'm even trying to do this right now. And the vet told me to keep her calm for 14 days. This is day 13 post-op. My God. Okay, while she's drinking her water. Last night I was supposed to read from pages 128 to page 276 of Behind Her Eyes. I actually stopped at page 280. It was almost 11 o'clock at night when I finally got there. Otherwise, I was going to try to finish the book because I only had to read like 30 pages, 28 pages to finish the book or something like that. Yeah, I was gonna try to finish it, but it was really late and I have to wake up at 5 during the work week to get to work on time. So tonight, I am gonna pick up where I left off in the Book of Cold Cases because I was able to read at work today and I finished Behind Her Eyes and started the Book of Cold Cases. We have to read to page 110 in the Book of Cold Cases to be on par with the challenge, to hit the 138 pages that I have to read for today. So I'm gonna do that. Hopefully I can get ahead. But before I do that, I wanna talk about this book a little bit more because I had no idea where this book was going the entire time I was reading, because it's like a therapist, his wife, and his secretary, like a love triangle of sorts, but I never really knew what was gonna happen next. So there's lucid dreaming in this book, and that's all I'm gonna say. Lucid dreaming in this book, and it's very different than any other kind of domestic thriller that I've read before. I found it very, very interesting and definitely did not see the twists at the end coming. I like Sarah Pinborough's work. This is the second book that I've read from her. I probably will read more. I know that I have more from her on my shelf, so I'm definitely gonna read more. But yeah, this book was good. You can look for more of my thoughts in my wrap up for October at the beginning of November. And that's all I'm gonna do with this book. I'm gonna get to reading. I'm not gonna record myself reading because, as you can see, we're having a very chaotic evening, and I just wanna get in my pajamas, get myself something to drink, and just try to have an evening of, you know, relaxing through this mess. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, it is Wednesday, October 18th. I have been to work. I am now home from work. It's about 5:15 p.m. Last night, I read from page 1 to page 88 in the Book of Cold Cases. I did not attain my goal of reading to page 110 because I was exhausted. So I just went to bed. I woke up, I went to work, and at work today, I read a little bit. I read to page 106 at work today. Tonight, I'm going to try to read to page 248. I don't know how well that's gonna go. I am gonna get started here in a second. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how much I actually get done reading today, but this is why we have the pages in the bank. I have 154 pages still in the bank, and I am gonna try to make up what I didn't actually read yesterday. So that's the plan. Let's get into it. This is why I can get quite literally nothing done, ever. Welcome back to my very poorly lit bedroom. I've migrated up here because it's bedtime for my puppy because she was being bad as hell. And so yeah, I'm gonna be up here now. I'm gonna snuggle up in my bed and read my book. So I have hit chapter 21 in this book, page 142, and I want to talk a little bit about it. What we have is a book told from two different points of view. We have Shay's perspective, which exclusively takes place in 2017, and we have Beth's perspective, which also takes place in 2017, but also bounces, for Beth at least, between 2017 and 1977. Beth was acquitted of murdering two men in what was deemed the lady killer case of Clear Lake, Oregon in 1977. So what it seems like we're doing from Shay's perspective or point of view is trying to figure out maybe who actually did the murders, because I don't think that Shay thinks that Beth did it. And obviously, if Beth was acquitted, doesn't that mean that she didn't do it? Because this is a Simone St. James book, we of course have a little bit of ghostly interactions going on when Shay is interviewing Beth in Beth's house. So I'm very much enjoying this. I'm gonna hopefully fly through the rest and pick up another book tomorrow. But we'll see, because I still have more than halfway to go through this thing, and I'm not trying to stay up until 11:30 at night again. But we'll see. I very much am enjoying this though. Hello and good evening. It's Thursday, and that means that it is October 19th, and I have 2 more days left of this challenge. I am very close to finishing the book of cold cases, in case my footage from this morning did not go through, because my camera definitely died when I was trying to film the update this morning. So last night I was supposed to read to page 248, but I got very, very tired and had to stop at page 236. So I was 12 pages behind yesterday, which is fine because, again, pages in the bank. So today I gave myself the task of reading 236 to the end of the book, which means that I would only have 45 pages in the book that I start next. So at work today, I managed to read from page 236 to page 298. So I don't have that much further to go in the book of cold cases. And I will say I like The Broken Girls and The Sundown Motel a lot better than this book. That is not to say that I don't think that this book is good. I just think that maybe I'm not in the right mindset to be reading this book right now. I'm gonna be very distracted because, once again, it's the witching hour in this house. I just feel like there was a lot of leading up that I wasn't truly that interested in Beth's story, and I wanted more from Shay's point of view than what I've gotten. A lot of this book is told from Beth's point of view, which is fine. I just wanted more from Shay, because you can't tell me that this book is about Shay, the blogger, and then hardly any of Shay's story is told. I don't have that much left, so I'm not hopeful that we're gonna get very much closure with Shay, but who knows, we'll see. We've got another, I'm not sure if it's relevant, love interest in the book. We'll see. I mean, I just feel like it's a rough month. I'm not a huge fan of love interests in suspense, mystery, thriller books, especially if they have no place there. So I'm to be determined if the love interest actually needed to be a love interest, in my opinion, in this book. We're gonna get started. I just ate girl dinner. My favorite girl dinner of all time is a dinner that I had every single night when I was in boot camp, and that is a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So, and then I have to figure out what to read next. I have 3 more books that I want to get through this month, but I'm kind of feeling like I need to take a break from thrillers, and I know that all the books over there are like thriller, mystery, horror. So we might have to get my Kindle out for this, but we'll see. Let me go get some water and then we'll get started with this. It's 6:19 and I just finished this book. I don't know what to say about it. I think I'm gonna sleep on it and let you know what I think tomorrow, because I need some time to mull it over, I think. But I finished it and we have 45 pages left today. But since it's only 6:20, I'm hoping to get some pages in the bank, because tomorrow is my book club meeting and I don't know what time I'll end up coming home from my friend's house after the meeting, and I don't know how much time I'm gonna have at work tomorrow to actually read. So why not get some extra pages in the bank, just in case I'm only able to read like one chapter when I come home tomorrow night. So let's go ahead and get started picking. I have a couple of books over there, but I'm gonna look at my Kindle to see if maybe I could take a break from suspense, mystery, thriller, and maybe read like a romance to give myself a little palate cleanse. I think that's part of the problem that I'm having with this, is that I've only read like suspense, mystery, thrillers for this video. So let's take a break and see what else we can get through. Okay, here she is. It's my Kindle. I'm gonna see what we've got to kind of take a break from thrillers for a second. We'll do a romance and then I'll get back into the physical books that I need to read. I have a lot of thrillers already on my Kindle. I think that we'll just keep moving with the Havoc Boys series. I have 2 more books left in that series and they don't take me that long to read. So we're gonna go with Anarchy, and yeah, that'll be the palate cleanse. It's a dark romance. We follow Bernadette and her gang of boys as they make their way through her hit list. So we're gonna get into it. Good morning. It's Saturday and I did not film anything on Friday. So yesterday was Friday the 20th. Today is Saturday the 21st of October. I read a little bit at work on Friday and then I had my book club meeting, so I really didn't have a chance to film. But on Friday I was supposed to read from pages 150 to 288 and I ended up stopping at page 245, which means that I like lost some pages out of the bank. So I was like 43 pages short of the goal yesterday, but I still have 204 pages in the bank. So essentially I have completed this challenge already. I do only have to read 148 pages today. It's a Saturday and the only things that I have going on are haircuts for my kids, flu shots, and then we're gonna run some errands to get a care package in the mail for my husband. But other than that, it's like normal weekend stuff, tidying up my house, hanging out with the kids, reading in between there. So I'm gonna get my 148 pages instead of the 138 pages done today, and then I will report back once I've completed this to let you know overall totals for the whole week. I will see you probably when I finish, because with the kids being here, they'll be all over me, so I won't be filming myself. But yeah, I'll see you once I finish the challenge. It is Sunday, the 22nd of October. I was trying to read from page 245 to the end of Anarchy at Prescott High, and last night I fell asleep at page 450. So I have about 35 pages to finish this book, and that is gonna be part of my goal for today. So let me do my math really fast. So I ended up with 409 total pages in the bank, and that means that I have successfully completed this challenge. But I do want to tell you the total pages that I read for this week. 1,373 pages for the entirety of this week that I've completed, and the books that I read were Hidden Pictures, Behind Her Eyes, The Book of Cold Cases, and Anarchy at Prescott High. That was kind of my break in between kind of darker book series. I mean, this is a romance, bully romance, kind of dark romance series that I'm reading, but it's not nearly as bad as some of the thrillers that I have been reading. It's kind of like a brain break for me because the writing in this isn't as complicated as the other books that I've been reading, but it still keeps me entertained. So I really couldn't tell you very much of what's happening in Anarchy at Prescott High. It's just a lot of smut. That's it. And the Book of Cold Cases I did end up enjoying a lot. I just wish that, like I said before, if I didn't say already, I wish that we had had a little bit more from Shay's perspective, and that would have maybe had me enjoying it significantly more. But I realize that she is the means to tell the story, so at the end of the day, it wasn't a terrible, terrible time. I think that I, for the most part, liked all of the books that I was reading this week. Hidden Pictures was the one that surprised me the most because I was having a great time until I wasn't having a great time anymore. Something about the twists that it took at the end really just ticked me right the heck off. That's how this week went. I really want to do another reading challenge. I have planned a 24-hour reading challenge coming up soon, but I want to know what sort of reading challenge you guys would like to see from me, because this was really fun, but the way that I did it, I don't feel like I truly challenged myself enough. So let me know. Yeah, I'll see you all next week. Thanks for joining me here for my first reading vlog, and goodbye.